Well, good evening. Welcome back to the first of our summer specials at the Viking Arms. I can see that we've already got quite a few of you at the door, so we'll find out very shortly who's first through the door and first at the bar placing their orders. You are all very welcome, of course, back to the Viking Arms. And I know that there were quite a few of our regulars looking forward to this evening, so let us know if you're there, and start the chat going in the comments box. I feel a little bit very much out of practice because we've had 3 weeks off. You'll notice something very special this evening. It's just me. There it is. Okay, Tam is still here. My lovely producer Tam, she's still here, but she's decided to be off camera today because she's had a really hard week and she looks really tired. So if we've got joining us, we've got the Cliffs back with us, the Youngs are with us, the Beasleys are here, and oh, you're in the Alps. You're still out in France. God, and you're in the Alps, and you've still chosen to be with us at the Viking Arms. Thank you very much. The Bonanza here, the Mullet Gang here, the Slovikovsky. I'm going to head you off right now, Leo. Yes, Wilson is around. He's having a snooze. He's massive. We'll show him off. He's inevitably going to dig his claws into our legs at some point. The Bradshaws are here, and you're in Cornwall. Lovely. I hope the weather's as good down in Cornwall as it is up here this evening. The Durkoops are here. Big shout out to the Durkoops this evening because they have provided a very special round. They are our guest round makers for tonight. And they've done a special round on Switzerland, which kind of makes up for all the questions that they've had to put up with on Great Britain and UK and Henley. So thank you very much for supplying the Swiss round. Jeff Smith, you're back.
Yay,
so just made it back from the Bell and Jorrocks in time. So I presume that's your pub. The Fishers are here. The Half Fishers are here. So what? Who's missing? The Mays are here. The Baxters are here. The Kellets are here. Mr. and Mrs. Brenton, good to have you along as always. Mr. Matt with Pride misses you hugely at the moment. And who else have we got? The Whites are here. And yeah, you're all still coming through the door. So obviously the people who come in last, quite typical, just as people are getting the rounds in, who's just joining in. The Banana grandparents are here as well, so you're very welcome. And James Munn says, Marilyn says hello. Hello, Marilyn. And the Pettifers are here as well. So, right, well, as people are still bowling up, what have we been up to? So we've had a little bit of a break. So we've had a bit of time off. I'd love to say that we're rested, but the last 3 weeks have just actually, for some reason, been really, really busy. Lots of that stuff's been going on. Obviously, we were lamenting the lack of a Henley. That really upset us, didn't it?
Very
for the
much
first
so.
week of the holidays. But otherwise, we've been having socially distant coffees and socially distant dog walks and just sort of trying to keep ourselves busy. Done loads of chores. I've fixed lots of things.
I have to say, you were a star this week fixing the dishwasher.
I fixed the dishwasher. There'll be more on that later. Have I got stories to tell you? I've missed you guys. And Tam, you've basically launched a national campaign to save the wedding industry, as you do.
Yeah, I have. And today's been quite a good day. We had Boris announcing the start of wedding receptions today. We had a letter from about 30 or 40 MPs all signed and delivered. And I was on BBC Radio this morning.
Yeah. See, I mean, she's a media personality in her own right. She doesn't need this.
My agent would have to get involved if it was more than that.
So who else has just turned up? The Mackie Peas have just turned up. And don't worry, Hugh, the Brentons are here. They're very willing to help you out if you need it. The Emmets are here. The Coltest clan is here. And the Bizios are here as well. So some new Vikings joining us, as well as old Vikings and plenty of current Vikings. And quite Mr. Fenton. So so thanks very much for joining us. We know you're probably spoiled for choice, not just because of what's available on YouTube and TV, but the weather's so nice this evening. So perhaps
we can actually go out.
Yeah, we can go out. So some of you might be watching us from a pub garden. So if you are watching us from an interesting place, do let us know. Currently, the Alps is winning, Mr. Beasley. So if you can beat that, then get in touch. what else to tell you? So, yeah, I'll quickly flash through the flash. I'll rush.
Don't do flashing.
Oh, I'm
We haven't got that kind of license.
out of practice with this. Yeah, I'll go through the rules. So there, as always, will be 4 rounds of 11 questions, where the 11th question is a chance for you to have a chat, make a list, but also let us know how you're getting on. We'll have some other questions for you as well. Don't forget, if I ask you to list 10 things, just list 10 things only. I'll give out all the answers at the end. Tonight is just marked out of 80. And as always, I don't know why I have to keep saying it. You're all regulars. You don't all know the score, but don't put your answers in the comments box. I will read each question twice. Try not to cheat. Enjoy yourselves. Talk to us via the comments box. But
keep it clean.
Keep the comments clean, because obviously it's a family show, and we've got people of all ages tuned in and watching us. So I make it nearly 8:05. I think we'll make a start. Okay, so we're going to, as always, we have general knowledge round. So question number 1 in general knowledge: which Dad's Army character is associated with the phrase "Do you think that's wise"? Which Dad's Army character is associated with the phrase "Do you think that's wise"? So if this was in the context of Shiplake, I think Mr. Brenton. Dr. Drosario. I've just been stalling until you got here, Dr. Rob. So
well, thank goodness we can go now.
We can really crack on at a pace. Okay. So question 1: which Dad's Army character is associated with the phrase "Do you think that's wise"? Question number 2: what name is given for the main body of an aeroplane? What name is given for the main body of an aeroplane? So some nice easy openers.
Very easy openers.
When did you buy me that book, the quiz book?
I think when the dog got it for you for Father's Day.
Oh yeah. So obviously, getting into the quiz mind, Tam made my job an awful lot easier. When was that? Oh, last month. Yeah, got a whole book of quiz questions. It's like writing the quiz takes no time at all now.
Don't say that. They'll think we don't care.
Good evening, the Cordells as well. Right, question number 3: Julian Assange took refuge in which nation's London embassy from 2012 to 2019? Julian Assange took refuge in which nation's London embassy from 2012 to 2019? Welcome to the Weatherstons. The Baxters are here. Okay, question number 4. Who wrote the 1941 novel Frenchman's Creek?
A favourite.
I
think actually, if you looked hard enough, you would be able to find it on the bookshelf.
This has been part of my jobs, actually. One of my jobs over the last few weeks is putting together the Viking Arms library. You can't really see it here, but for Hayley, you'd love this place. I've basically got the Agatha Christie library over there. So.
Agatha Christie has its own section of the bookshelf. Very good.
Where am I to? Question number 5. The French horn belongs to which section of the orchestra? The French horn belongs to which section of the orchestra? It's a shame the Emmanuels aren't watching. So, was it the French Horn in Sonning? We could give them a big plug, because that is a beautiful restaurant. And was it the guy who runs it, Mike Emanuel? He's an old boy, and his son Harry Emanuel left a few years ago. Ed Humphries. I thought this was meant to be. This is very general knowledge, Ed. Come on. Question number 6. Who had a number 1 hit with "I'm Too Sexy"? Who had a number 1 hit with "I'm Too Sexy"? Gerard and Mark, part of the Baxter clan there. You're in as well. Question number 7. How is Mildred Hubble referred to in the title of a book series by Jill Murphy? How is Mildred Hubble referred to in the title of a book series by Jill Murphy? Question number 8. CH is the postcode for which UK city? CH is the postcode for which UK city? These are too easy. There's going to be some big scores tonight, I think. Big scores. Do you know, as well, I realised, I'm trying to sort of smarten the Vikings Arms image up a little bit by sort of having, an array of Shiplake stuff, got the bit of library going on. I haven't quite got the camera angle right, have I? Because I've got the tumble dryer sitting over my shoulder. Oh,
the Viking Arms / laundrette.
Yeah, the myth has been dispelled. No, Mrs. Durkoop. So CH, I definitely wanted to postcode this evening. I don't want the Swiss meaning. Question number 9. Which country's flag features a lion holding a sword? Which country's flag features a lion holding a sword?
That's a good question.
Tough question, that one. That's probably the hardest one in the round. And in fact, it's so hard. I'm just going to give you a minute. Also, have a little.
The behaviour.
I'm out of practice. I was doing my vocal exercises, but it takes a while to warm up. Question number 10. Estoril is a motor racing circuit in which country? I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but there we go. I've been practicing lots of Swiss words instead this evening, also today. Estoril is a motor racing circuit in which country? Now, for our question 11, I think this is probably the best name 10 things question that we've ever had. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about it. But this is brilliant. Did you know that there are only 10 parts of the human body which are made up of 3 letters, or spelt using 3 letters, and you're not allowed to include any slang terms? So, for example, you can't use bum, okay, because that's a slang term. So, can you name the 10 body parts which are spelt using only 3 letters?
That's a good question.
And so you can imagine everyone's out there going, start from the top.
That's what I tried
Which is
to do.
what I did when I first read it. So yeah, can you name 10 body parts which have only 3 letters in the name? Okay, so whilst you're doing that in your teams, do feel free to keep chatting to us via the comments box. As Tam mentioned earlier on, necessity brings about the need to learn new things very quickly. So I think I've become quite a good plumber, actually, over the last few weeks. I've had to fix the dishwasher. I've had to fix a toilet flush. I've resealed the bath, all those horrible jobs that you just put off. But it's all done, and actually, I'm feeling reasonably competent. So here's a question for you. You can talk to us about in the comments. What have you found that you've had to learn really quickly in order to sort of save a situation at home? So for me, it's all been about plumbing and doing all those manky, horrible jobs. What have you had to pick up very quickly, perhaps in this time of lockdown, or just generally, really? Dr. Dresario. Poor old Dr. Dresario needs question number 4. Go on then. As it's a summer special. Who wrote the 1941 novel Frenchman's Creek? That was question number 4.
Such a good book. So,
what skills have you had to put up? I mean, oh God, fixing the dishwasher. We had an absolute nightmare here. Basically, I think something had chewed through the waste pipe of the dishwasher.
We think a mess.
Went everywhere, and I've had to peel a dishwasher, got to get it out. I've had to peel it apart, replace a part, plumb it back in. It's a pig of a job, absolute pig of a job. So that was horrible. What have we got here? Mrs. White says she's had to learn diplomacy very quickly, and I'm sure that's probably the case for a lot of people as well. Eddie, you've had to be rewiring hub socket, BT hub socket, BT. Okay, yeah, BT hub sockets.
That's a commode, isn't it? There.
BT.
You've got some holiday brain.
So some telecommunications work going on there. Anyone else? What have you had to do?
To be fair, diplomacy is literally the best answer. No one is going to top that.
I reckon a lot of people probably had to learn family diplomacy from day one of lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anger management.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Yeah.
They're still going through various body parts, I feel, trying to work out.
Yeah, I think we do need to give people a couple of minutes for this one. So 10 body parts made up of 3, or spelt using 3 letters. Jessica says, did I say hello to the Banans? Hello, Banans. Welcome. The Banandos. The Austin Nippy will be started this weekend from Austin.
Austin's been working on it.
Massive achievement. Yeah, so we saw this. So the Banans have got this Austin Nippy. So it's like an really old sports car.
Last started 70 years ago. Apparently.
Yeah, hasn't been started for 70 years. And they did put something on Facebook. Was it last week?
Yeah.
That Austin had finally managed to, it started turning over, but wasn't quite turning over. So Austin has become a classic car mechanic.
Great work, Austin.
Yeah. You know, necessity, mother of invention and all that. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessity. I don't think he's going to be driving the Austin Nippy.
Isn't he?
I don't know, maybe. Cruising.
Austin, you're going to be driving the Austin Nippy? Is that the idea?
He's not going to answer back. It's like a pause. You were waiting.
Think talk to me in real time.
That's so funny. Yes, there's going to be driving.
Yes,
Good
yes,
Lord.
He is going to be driving.
I take it all
but
back.
not down any hills. Okay, we're going to move on to round 2. So this is loosely called. Well, we've called it occupations because we couldn't think of a better title for it. So it's almost another general knowledge.
Hold on one second. Can we just acknowledge that Mrs. Green has arrived?
Where? Oh yeah, Mrs. Green rocking up massively late. But the Green said, "Well, to be fair, Mrs. Green, you're on holiday, you know, and although you'll give us a score at the end of the quiz, go back because obviously this is still on YouTube, as you well know, because you've set it up. And when you've had a go at round 1, you can then give us an update on your score. Does my fat count?" Mr. Beasley says that. What, something that you've had to develop really quickly?
I mean, you know, I understand that.
Right, okay, so round 2 we've called occupations. It's loosely based around jobs. So let's have a go. Question number 1. What does a phlebotomist specialize in? If you are a phlebotomist, what do you specialize in?
I think Mr. Beasley is saying that fat could be his 3-letter part of his body.
Oh yeah, okay.
We're not on this tonight, are we? We've had a few weeks off. We've got really slack.
I don't know. He's got a point though. Do you include? We're not including fat. No, body.
It's not no.
No, I'll give you a clue. I'm not including fat. Question number 2. Where would you find a barista? Not a barrister, a barista. Where would you find a barista? Too easy. Question number 3. Ronnie Barker played a shopkeeper in what sitcom? Ronnie Barker played a shopkeeper in what sitcom? Slough. Oh, here we go again. We're not having a Slough round. Do you know what? Actually,
we should do a Slough
We might
round.
do a Slough round just for you. Let's just test your knowledge. How good are you at Slough, really? Question number 4. What is the term given to the person responsible for recording proceedings in a courtroom? What is the term given to the person responsible for recording proceedings in a courtroom? What sort of questions would we include in a Slough round? How do you get out of it? Where's the nearest exit?
From Slough to Shipley?
Oh dear. Right. Question number 5. What is the English term for an American janitor? What is the English term for an American janitor?
I feel that's a challenge now, though, isn't it?
Well, think of 10 questions about Slough.
And 10 things. Like, what could be the 10 things of Slough?
What's special about Slough?
What are the 10 nicest villages just outside Slough?
I want to say stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed or if it's politically correct. You know?
Leave it. Move on. We have an audience to think about.
Name 10 campsites in Slough. Anyway, question number 6. What kind of shop is owned by Hugh Grant's character in Notting Hill? What kind of shop is owned by Hugh Grant's character in Notting Hill? Question number 7. Which 2007 Simon Pegg film revolves around police officers? Which 2007 Simon Pegg film revolves around police officers?
This made you feel quite old, this question. We couldn't quite believe it was 2007.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Shocking,
I know,
shocking.
time's ticking on. What? So, I'll tell you that. So, I'll tell you later.
Get on with the quiz.
In question number 8, in the traditional song, what was Old MacDonald? In the traditional song, is it a song or a nursery rhyme? Well, it's a song. What was Old MacDonald?
We are literally giving points away tonight.
Yeah, it's the summer special. We're all pretty warm, aren't we? Just
yeah.
don't want to test the brains too much. Question number 9. Where does an aquanaut work? Where does an aquanaut work?
And it's not a water park.
Why do you say that?
Well, it isn't.
Yeah, but talk about giving it away.
Oh my goodness.
Crikey. Yeah, this quiz has got standards.
Every question is a bonus tonight.
Question number 10. What is the profession of the leading characters in Withnail and I? What is the profession of the leading characters in Withnail and I? Brilliant film. Who's your favourite character in Withnail and I? Oh, do you know, that would have been a good question as well. What's his name? The I, Withnail and I. What's his name?
I don't know.
It's something like Montgomery, Montague. Just as this is not a question, but if you could you can answer this one in the comments box. What's the name? Who is I? Withnail and I. Who is I? What's his name?
It definitely begins with an M.
Is it more? It's absolutely begin with M. Someone will tell us, I'm sure. Yeah, but anyway, what's the profession of the leading characters in Withnail and I? What's his actual name? No, that's not the question. The question that you're answering now, that you're scribbling down, is what's their profession? My side question was what is I? Who is I? What's his actual name?
Read from the script.
Sorry. Right. Question 11. This is one that kind of made me think that time was really ticking on. So obviously Tam's massive fan of Agatha Christie and Miss Marple and all that. It's nothing to do with Miss Marple. Sorry, Hayley. But this question is about the longest running TV detective. Marwood. That was it. Marwood.
Just read the question.
Right. Sorry. Back to the script. TV detectives. There's a job title. It's an occupation. So we thought, what are the longest running, the 10 longest running TV detective series? I'm sorry, Dirk Oops, in the UK.
Oh, we're so
sorry. Name the top 10 longest running TV detective series. Listen, I mean, the Dirk Oops, you're going to get 20 points because you wrote the next round. So just have a guess at this one. The top 10 longest running TV detective series. So this is kind of based on how many series they've produced, but also just the length of time. I think it's mainly the length of time. Okay, so some of these are an absolute shock because they've been going for so long. So top 10 longest running TV detective series. It's a big clue, and I told you Miss Marple isn't included in it because Miss Marple wasn't a series. Okay, so this is not done a series. So yeah, if you can come up. Actually, it's not even UK based. I'm just thinking of one of the answers.
Goodness.
God, our standards are really bad. Is it?
Aired in the
Actually,
UK?
there are aired in the UK. Yes, aired in the UK. They are aired in the UK. There might be some American ones in there as well.
Oh my goodness. We are so out of practice.
I wrote it at like 7:30 this morning. Yeah, that's what you're getting. Right. Top 10 longest running TV detective series aired in the UK. And thank you for answering that question. It is Marwood with Withnail and I think. But This is my favourite bit of the quiz evening. What are you doing this evening? So sorry, what's on your menu? What you tempt us every week you tempted us every week last term, telling us what you were eating, what you were drinking. So come on then. How are you spoiling yourselves? You've all got ready for the summer special. I think Mrs. Green tweeted earlier on to have takeaways and drinks at the ready. So how are you treating yourself? And Mrs. Green says, they might still be running now, yes.
But they don't have to be.
But they don't have to be. But I would say, yeah. Eddie's made some bacon pasta. The Mackworth Prides are having a barbecue, and what a lovely night for it too. The Bonans obviously agree that's what they're doing as well.
Our neighbours are having a barbecue, and it's making my tummy rumble.
Doctor Who's not a TV detective, actually. The Slovakovskis, they always think these sly ones that just sneak in. They have these really nice meals. Sea bass and chips. Beasley's are having barbecue pork chops and San Julian vino. Oh. Are you looking over the Alps as well? You have to send us a picture later, and what's your view looking like? Because if you're in the Alps, I'm hoping that you've got a nice place. The Coltists are having a picnic. Are you in the garden?
Good call.
Pizza for the fishers. Yes, you do have a view over the Alps.
It's fine. It's
all right.
Fine.
We've got
the back garden.
We've got the back garden. Got a nice deck.
It's a nice view.
The deck's all right.
Lovely.
Anyway, the Durkoops, they are finishing off whatever is left in the fridge as we are leaving for the mountains tomorrow morning.
Everybody is going to.
To be fair, though, Switzerland in the summer is stunning.
Beautiful.
Absolutely love it. Tell you more about that if you like in a minute. The Kellets are having Alforno's pizza, very nice. The Mays are having their Indian tonight. The Fishers are saying, "Where is Wilson? Where is Wilson?
He's on the landing.
He's curled up having a sleep." And quite frankly, we're just grateful for these moments now. It's like having another. He's got this thing. He's either off or really on. And at the moment, he's just off. He'll wake up in a minute, and you'll know when he's woken up because you'll see me going, because he likes to. He's biting and scratching his little git. The Cordells are having Chinese takeaway out in the garden and a glass of wine. The Coltists says you're supposed to be having it in front of the cricket, but couldn't miss the quiz.
That's what we like. Dedication.
I love our regulars. I absolutely love our regulars. The Passmores, welcome, Mrs. Passmore. You are having a Mexican with friends. This is brilliant. I love asking this question. You've all like having really interesting menus, and I hope whilst you're salivating over all this, you haven't forgotten to start or to keep writing down the top 10 longest running TV detective series as aired in the UK, as we finally decided that was what was going to be the question. Mr. Brenton says, "Evening all." You've already said that, Mr. Brenton. Now's the time you're supposed to be telling us what are you eating.
He's on repeat.
The Youngs are having a barbecue and wine as well.
We're literally missing a trick.
Well, we need a barbecue.
We've got a barbecue.
Oh, I'm not going to use that.
You're just a bit funny about the cleaning.
What? That you never clean it? Right. Anyway, that's plenty of time on that. So we're going to move on to round 3, and this I've been looking forward to this. This is our Swiss round. Oh, but Mr. Pettifer's quickly sneaking in there with slow roasted pulled pork and all the trimmings. So this is our Swiss rounds. Thank you very much again to the Durkoops. Actually, Mrs. Bert Durkoop, you sent me this weeks ago, and I've been saving it up because there's part of this round which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I hope I've practiced it enough. We'll get going. And like I said, you are so lucky. Can you imagine being in Switzerland at this time of year?
Yes.
So I was very lucky. I spent about about 11 years working my summer holidays in Switzerland in a little boarding school over there, just outside Geneva on the lake. It's just beautiful. All right. Actually, best museum I've ever been to is in Switzerland as well. The Charlie Chaplin Museum in Vevey. So if you're familiar with that, Durkoops, I don't know if you've ever been there, but there you go. That's my thank you to you. Go to the Charlie Chaplin Museum in Vevey. It's the best museum I think I've ever done. Brilliant. Anyway, question 1. What currency is used in Switzerland? What currency is used in Switzerland? They have been there.
But it's obvious. You made such a great museum.
It's an awesome museum. It's Charlie Chaplin's house. They've built a studio next to it, so it's like you learn all about his personal life, and then where he had brought up his family and stuff, and then you go next door to the studio and you learn all about his movies. It's just brilliant. Question number 2. What famous Swiss mountain is depicted on the box of a Toblerone? What famous Swiss mountain is depicted on the box of a Toblerone? Question number 3. Appenzeller and Emmentaler are types of what? Appenzeller and Emmentaler are types of what? I can't give any more detail to that question because it should be pretty obvious, but it's a really, they're very nice things. Question number 4. What is the famous brand for Swiss Army knives called? So the famous brand of Swiss Army knives, what is it called? What is the famous brand that makes them? How else can I say that? It is.
Well, you've said it about 5 ways now.
I'm only supposed to read it twice.
Yeah.
So say out of practice. Question number 5. What is the name of Heidi's friend? What is the name of Heidi's friend? Now, I didn't check this one. Is that a TV show?
Book.
A book.
Was also a TV show, but definitely a book first. It's a classic.
I defer to my learned friend.
Thank you.
And question number 6. What is the capital of Switzerland? What is the capital of Switzerland? And question number 7. What did William Tell shoot from his son's head? What did William Tell shoot from his son's head? Mrs. Passmore, either. You can have either one or both. But you're only getting 1 mark for it. I know what you're like. Don't start begging for more. What did William Tell shoot from his son's head? Question number 8. Which of the following cities is French and not Swiss? Is it Lausanne, Lyon, Geneva, or Neuchâtel? Which of the following cities is French but not Swiss? Lausanne, Lyon, Geneva, or Neuchâtel? I might ask for a bit of help when it gets to question 11, actually.
I will be there for you.
Question number 9. Which famous physicist died but was not born as a Swiss citizen? Which famous physicist died but was not born as a Swiss citizen? One for the scientist there. Where is he? Dr. Rosario. All over that one. Mr. Beasley, it's not the fastest city or the fastest town in Switzerland. I said Lyon, not Nyon. It's a little Swiss joke for you there. And question number 10. In which city was the Dada art movement founded? In which city was the Dada art movement founded? I think Mrs. Durko's saying, oh boy, getting dirty looks from over here as well. Okay. Did I say that? In which city was the Dada art movement founded? That was question number 10. So for question number 11.
I'm here.
If you could say the 2 possible meanings, if I do the Swiss word, and then, okay. So it comes with a little introduction, this one. Swiss people speak a distinct version of German, the so-called Swiss German or Swiss Deutsch, that even the Germans have problems to understand. We will give you 10 Swiss German words with 2 optional meanings, of which only 1 is correct. So I'm going to attempt to pronounce And Mrs. Durkoop said, "Oh, I can include sound files if you want, so you can learn the pronunciation." No, I've got this. It's okay. So I'm going to try and do the Swiss Deutsch pronunciation, and then Tam is going to read out to you the two possible meanings, and you've just got to pick out the which one it is. Okay. So here's the first one.
Sorry, I can't help but snigger already.
There's a brilliant one coming up here. Anyway, right, Schual.
And that's shoe or school.
So the word Schual.
That's brilliant.
Is it shoe or school?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. The second one, Sakla.
And that's either running or jumping.
So Sakla.
I imagine the Durkoops are literally rolling on the floor.
Give them the options. Reading it out twice.
Running or jumping.
Come on, keep up. Okay, the third one. Chela.
Very good.
Chela.
And that's either church or child.
Chela. I did a hell of a lot of practice.
Hey, couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
And the fourth one here, velo. Velo.
And that's either speed or bike.
So velo, that's speed or bike. And the next one, glace. Meaning?
Glacier or ice cream.
So glace.
Glacier or ice cream.
She hates me. I'm making her do something.
I'm literally trying to save the wedding industry. Just give me a moment.
She's always on Facebook.
They've updated the guidance at 8:30 on a Friday.
She's just sitting there in the corner. Yeah. Sure. What are I up to? I can't even remember which number this one is, but here we go. Okay. Cri assis. Cri assis.
And that's either Christian or cherry.
There you go. Christian or cherry. Cri assis.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, and what was that? The seventh one? Assure.
Eating or drinking.
Assure. Eating or drinking. You know, the rule is that I'm supposed to be at the...
Sorry.
It's quiz number 14. The rule is, obviously, we give you every question twice.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
What, you think you're on overtime or what?
Well,
it's just... Anyway,
it's a bit much.
the eighth one, Buek. Oh, sorry, no, not Buek. Buek.
Lovely.
Buek.
And that's either boat or book.
Buek.
Do you want to say it again?
Yeah.
Boat or book.
The ninth one is Gonfi.
And that's either jam or confession.
Gonfi.
Jam or confession.
Okay, and then this last one is a bit of a challenge.
Right, come on, you can do this.
Let me know how I get on, Bettina. Huhexley. Huhexley. You got to tell them what it could mean.
Yeah, it could either mean cowbell or kitchen cupboard.
Huhexley.
Does sound like Rick Astley.
It does sound like Huhexley.
Beautiful.
Is that a cowbell or a kitchen cupboard?
I was just coming back to do that, Bert.
Oh, you look busy.
Yeah.
Right, that is the Swiss round. So thank you very much, Durkoops. I hope I did the pronunciation justice. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, and we're going to move on to the final round of this evening. So this is another favourite round of ours. This is the food and drink round. Thank you very much, Mrs. Durkoop. Okay, question number 1 in food and drink. What is the English meaning of sous chef? What is the English meaning of sous chef? I can't do a Welsh round. No way.
Who's suggesting this?
Who do you think?
Oh.
What is the English meaning of sous chef? Question number 2. In what is bread dipped in order to make French toast? In what is bread dipped to make French toast? Pop de ping. I can do pop de ping. Do you know what pop de ping is in Welsh?
Microwave.
Yeah. Question number 3. In Italian cuisine, what is pollo? In Italian cuisine, what is pollo? Oh, look, come on, guys. Don't start taking the mick out of the pronunciation. I mean, I'd do it. I'd give it a good go.
In practice.
Yeah. How hard can it be? Question number 4. The Greek spirit ouzo has which flavour? Now, that's the flavour of it going in, not coming out, which is probably what it normally does as well. What flavour has the Greek spirit ouzo got? Question number 5. Does a fresh egg sink or float if you drop it into a bowl of water? Does a fresh egg sink or float if you drop it into a bowl of water? And question 6. Which order of monks lends its name to an Italian coffee?
Wow.
Which order of monks lends its name to a type of Italian coffee? Do you think Wilson's going to make an appearance tonight?
I'll get him if you want.
I think he can come and say hello. I want the regulars to see just how massive he is at the moment. And Leo's going to ask. I'm just preempting it. Leo's going to put the message in very soon. No, but he will. It's coming.
I think Leo doesn't care anymore about. Now Wilson's not a cute little kitten. Yes, I think Leo doesn't care.
He's lovely. Question number 7. Which English city is famous for its brown ale? And no, Mr. Beasley, it's not Slough. Which English city is famous for its brown ale?
Do you want me to get the dog? The cat?
No, I don't want the dog.
Not the dog.
It's too big. Question 8. In the USA, what type of food is a chowder? In the USA, what type of food is a chowder?
Am I to go and get the cat?
Yeah.
Right? Yes, sir.
Okay. Not too busy.
People think
Question number 9. Which part of the horseradish plant is used to make a sauce? I've got to be very careful how I say that because I get told off if I go back to my roots. What part of the horseradish plant is used to make a sauce?
Don't look at him.
Oh, look. And question number 10. What Japanese term applies to a soy sauce marinade often applied to meat dishes? What Japanese term applies to a soy sauce marinade often applied to meat dishes? Right. Come on.
Oh, he's so happy.
Yeah, I know. Right. Look at the size of that. He is enormous. He is so huge now. Anyway, yeah, this is a Wilson. Look, I mean, can you believe that? When we first introduced him to you, he was just, he would fit in one hand. He is absolutely big, huge cat now, aren't you? Yeah, you're a big boy now. Look at that. This is the calmest he's been all day. Has he been drugged?
Has he been at the catnip?
He's been at the, yeah, has been. We introduced Wilson to catnip. You have been a bit high this week. And finally, question 11. according to YouGov, can you name the 10 most famous famous or recognized high street dining brands in the UK? So
Sorry,
this is according to YouGov. Can you name the 10 most famous or recognized high street dining brands in the UK? So dining brands, do think of anywhere that sells food, essentially, because they might not be famous for being a dining brand, but they are famous for being a dining brand, because that's the YouGov question. It's a dining brand, but you might think of it as maybe something else.
Let's be fair, though. I think the word dining in some cases is a little bit pushing it.
Well, as in, you wouldn't use it as you wouldn't go there for a main meal necessarily.
No.
Necessarily.
It's a bit weird.
Top 10 are the 10 most famous or recognizable high street dining brands in the UK. So that's question 11 on the food and drink round. So have a think about that. We will be back in a few weeks' time. We're going to we'll try and do something towards when, sort of end of July, beginning of August, time. But in the meantime, what's coming up for you? Has anyone got any nice holidays planned? So we know that the Beasleys are in the Alps. Who else has said that they're in a nice place? Someone's in Cornwall, I think. So people are out and about already. So anyone off to anywhere nice, let us know. Make us all jealous. We've got a week in Bournemouth.
We're not going to Bournemouth. What are you talking about? Bournemouth?
It's our anniversary present. Happy anniversary.
I'm not going to Bournemouth.
It's our 1 year anniversary as well on Monday. So we're celebrating that.
Not going to Bournemouth.
But we're not going to Bournemouth, no. So yeah, where are you off to? The Coltises have just come back from Cornwall. The Fishers are off to the Isles of Scilly. Oh, I'd love to go over there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Really cool. The Kellets are. Where's that? Juan Lepin? Pan?
France.
Juan Lepin. The Humphreys, you're joining us in the Cotswolds for a cycling trip. Well, I say cycling trip. We'll do a bit of cycling. I don't know if I can do the whole week. It might upset my my training program of twice a week. Thank you very much, the Maze. So Juan Lepin is near Antibes.
Antibes.
Where's that? In France?
Yes, coastal.
I thought so. I've not been there. What?
Oh my God! We've actually found a place you've not been to. I don't believe
the Bonanza off to Croyd and Cornwall for your it's the annual camping trip, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Where else? Come on, who can beat that? So who can beat France or Cornwall? Who's got the most exotic holiday coming up? Let us know. It's not Bournemouth. We're not going to Bournemouth. I won't mention it. Anyone going anywhere super exotic, and you can tell us about that whilst you're also thinking of your 10 most famous or recognizable high street dining brands in the UK. I know where Mr. Beasley's off to.
Is it Slough?
The Cordales are off to Porthmadog. The Brentons are off to Saundersfoot. That sounds lovely. Doesn't that sound exotic?
Saundersfoot.
The Muns are walking the coastal path of the Isle of Wight.
Oh no, that sounds good.
The Youngs are off to Land's End. So there's quite a few staycations then.
Funnily enough.
Oh, I wonder why that is. Oh dear. And the Passmores are off to Caversham. Lovely. Oh, I hear Caversham's really nice this time of year.
Caversham is quite exotic. It's got a river.
Oh, the Beasleys! Oh, come on, Lake Como.
Honestly.
What noise does the cat make? Oh, Jesus! Are you staying with George whilst you're at Lake Como? This Jeff Smith. You're 2 weeks sailing in Chichester Harbour.
Sorry, best.
Mr. Vizier says he is off to Slough.
Brilliant.
He's got a lovely campsite. Nice little caravan park.
With views across the M4. Absolutely excellent.
The whites are off to Cantium. The Kenny. Oh, welcome the Kennys. I haven't said hello to you yet. Les Monquier. Les Monquier.
I don't know.
It's all French to me.
Oh gosh.
Right.
So-
Okay. I'll save you from any more jokes. So before I start going through the answers, I obviously have to say thank you so much for joining us and for coming again. And we hope that you've all enjoyed your evening in the Viking Arms. And yeah, thanks for being with us. And to all of our regulars who keep chatting and letting us know how you are. Obviously, it wouldn't be the same without you. We've missed you loads, and that's why we want to do these quizzes over the holiday. Yeah, we weren't really sure if anyone would turn up, and loads of you have. So we hope you've had a nice time. We will, as I said, we don't know exactly when we'll be back on. We'll try and do something in probably about another 2 or 3 weeks' time. So just keep an eye on Facebook. We'll get the Shiplate marketing machine in full flow to let you know when the next one's coming up, and we'll look forward to seeing you all then. So here are the answers. So for the general knowledge round. Which Dad's Army character is associated with the phrase, do you think that's wise?
Sergeant Wilson.
It is Sergeant Wilson. And question 2. What name is given to the main body of an aeroplane? It is a fuselage. The embassy that Julian Assange took refuge in is the Ecuadorian embassy. The Frenchman's Creek, the novel Frenchman's Creek was written by Daphne du Maurier. The French horn belongs to the brass section of the orchestra. Who had the #1 hit with I'm Too Sexy was Right Said Fred. Mildred Hubble is referred to as the worst witch. CH is the postcode for the UK city Chester. The country's flag, which has a lion holding a sword, is Sri Lanka. Estoril is a motor racing circuit with which country? And that's Portugal. And so here we go. The 10 body parts
You're so proud
which
of
are
this one.
spelt with 3 letters. So you could have eye, leg, arm, hip, rib, toe, gum, jaw, lip, and ear. I'm hoping that there's a few of you at least going, oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, God,
Gum?
I
How can you
know
include
it.
gum? Oh, yeah, fair enough, gum. So they are the 10 body parts that you could have. Round 2 is all about occupations. And question 1, what does a phlebotomist specialize in? He specializes in drawing blood. Where would you find a barista? You would find him in a coffee shop. Ronnie Barker played a shopkeeper in which sitcom? That was Open All Hours. The person who records proceedings in a courtroom is the stenographer. Ooh, what about gut? No, you can't have gut because there were no slang terms, and gut is, I think, it's like saying bum for bottom or. But no, you can't have gut. No, tough.
It wasn't on his list.
It's not on my list. Question number 5. An American janitor, the English term for that is caretaker. Hugh Grant's character in Notting Hill was, he ran a bookshop. The 2007 Simon Pegg film revolving around police officers was Hot Fuzz. In the traditional song, Old MacDonald is a farmer. An aquanaut works underwater.
Yes.
And in Withnail and I being Marwood, of course,
As we now know.
Withnail and I, they are both actors. And the top 10 longest running TV detective series. So I'll go from 10th down to first. So in 10th place is Heartbeat, and Heartbeat, I think it said, has been going for about 18 years. I think it's been going longer than 18 years, but the series have been spread over 18 years. Then it's in 9th place is A Touch of Frost. In 8th place is Murder, She Wrote. In 7th place was Law and Order. 6th place is Midsummer Murders.
Yay!
Favorite.
My fave.
5th place is Silent Witness. 4th place is Poirot. 3rd place is The Bill. 2nd place is Taggart. And in first place,
First place.
Colombo. Because I think it's been going for about 27, 28 years. Or
Gosh.
it's the series spanned around 28 years, I think.
Do
So
you think he's cleaned the coat at any point in that time?
no.
Ugh.
Well, no, he can't clean it because he's always just got one more thing.
One more thing.
Anyway, the Swiss round. Thanks again to the Dirkoops for this. It was brilliant. Question number 1. What currency is used in Switzerland? That is the Swiss franc. The Swiss mountain depicted on the box of a Toblerone is the Matterhorn. Appenzeller and Emmentaler are types of cheese. The first brand for Swiss knives is Victorinox. The name of Heidi's friend, you were allowed Peter or Clara. So very generous. You've got 2 possible answers there, Peter or Clara. The capital of Switzerland is Bern. William Tell shot an apple off of his son's head. Question number 8, which of those cities is French but not Swiss? That is, of course, Lyon. The famous physicist who died but was not born a Swiss citizen is Albert Einstein. And in number 10, the Dada movement was founded in Zurich.
You've got a challenge, 2 challenges. Mrs. Green asks, why is Inspector Gadget not on the list?
Because they don't want cartoons.
And Mr. Brenton asks, states, Dixon of Dock Green, 21 years.
Maybe there was only a couple of, but although it might have been spread over 21 years, maybe there were only a couple of series of it. You know, you've got to get to about 20 series, I think, in order to make the list. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, and as Mr. Milburn would say, it's what's on the card that counts. Right, in question 11, Schual is a school. See your lucky things, you get to hear all these pronunciations again. Sakla means running. Chela is a church. Velo was a bike. Glacé is, of course, an ice cream. Chiasi is a cherry. I suppose that's kind of linked to like cerise. Anyway. Assure means eating. Buech means book. Gonfi is a jam. And Herchihasli means
that's absolutely brilliant.
Is a kitchen cupboard. Okay, so it's not cowbell, it's a kitchen cupboard. Glad I don't have to do that again. Question, the 4th round, the English meaning of sous chef literally means under chef. What do you dip bread into to make French toast? You dip it into an egg. In Italian cuisine, pollo means chicken. The Greek spirit ouzo is flavored with aniseed. A fresh egg will sink if you put it into a bowl of water. To an Italian coffee, the cappuccino monks, like as in cappuccino, so it's cappuccino. English city famous for brown ale is, or brown ale. I like when my dad asked for an IPA, who would go up to the bar and say, "Can I have a powwow?" Yeah, it's Newcastle. Sorry, stick to the script. In the USA, the chowder is a type of soup. Horseradish is made from the root. So the horseradish sauce is made from the root of the horseradish plant. And the soy sauce marinade is teriyaki. And according to YouGov, the top 10 most famous or recognized high street dining brands in the UK are McDonald's, number 1, followed by KFC, Burger King, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Greg's, Subway, Starbucks, Pizza Express, and Cost Coffee. And there you go. Them's the answers. So have a count up. Let's see how we've got on this evening. Scores out of 80 as usual. And whilst you are counting up, it's time for me to call last orders. And until we do see you the next time, do check on Facebook so you can find out when the next quiz is going to be. We still are hoping for a live version towards the end of August if the weather is kind to us. So do look out for that. And obviously in the meantime, just look after yourselves, and we hope that you'll have a brilliant weekend. So first off the blocks are the Mac with Prides with a modest 51, followed by Mr. Brenton, 53, and the Whites coming in with 54. So the scores are growing. Let's see where we're going to go next. The Cliffs are on 63. The Greens are on 52. The Beasleys on 55. The Pettifers on 68.
Oh, Dr. Rosario's had a drop.
Dr. Rosario's a mere 80. The Munns on 55. The Kellets on 64. The Mullet Gang are on 46. 62 for the Cordells. The Youngs on 65. Passmores are on 68, level with the Pettifers. 61 for the Bonans. 55 for the Fishers. 53 for the Duacoops. 53. I hope you included the. Did you include the 23 points? Because really, 68. So the Passmores, 68 for the Kennys, and Jeff on his Todd. As we say to you all the time, Jeff, you're not on your own. You're in the Viking arms. We're all together tonight. The Bizyors are on 68. So it looks like we've got a four-way tie at the top with 68 points there.
Can I just have a little shout out for the Bananas? That's their personal best on 61.
Oh, really? Well done. Congratulations. The Mays there on 66.
Good work.
41 for the Banana Grandparents. And I think with that, we've probably got most of the scores in. So it's a four-way tie with 68 points at the top. So congratulations to all you guys. And yeah, that's us done. So that's it. The bell has rung and it is time to say goodbye until the next time. Sure you've all got homes to go to. Now, off you go. Get out of my pub.